I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Carlos Moreira. He is founder, chairman, and CEO at WISeKey. Carlos, wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
I'm looking forward to chatting with you, but before we get started, quick note to viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Carlos, tell me, what is WISeKey and how do customers apply your technology to IoT, blockchain, and NFTs?
So WISeKey is a cybersecurity company in Switzerland, in Geneva. We started as a PKI company, public infrastructure, and then we expanded into IoT, robotics, and even satellites. We have our own satellite now in orbit. So we protect data. We protect data from people, either personal data, your PII, or object data, in case that you will imagine you have a drone connected to your system, all that data will be encrypted by us and protected. So Internet of Things is 1 trillion objects. They need to be secure and connected.
Okay. Now, WISeKey uses trust technology. Why is this so important to your ambitions in space?
So trust is a rare commodity in our days. We are in a trust deficit society. People do not necessarily trust the things we trust in the past. The awareness is becoming bigger. And in order for you to trust anything, you have to trust end-to-end, means from the device all the way to the cloud, because there are many intermediaries in the process. So we need to encrypt the data, and the way we do that now is by piping the data directly from satellites. So we have 13 satellites, was launched with SpaceX, and those satellites capture the signal that comes from the microchips, semiconductors, then we put inside objects. Imagine drones, imagine servers, imagine mobile phones. So the satellite checks real-time your identity and makes sure that this object has not been compromised.
Okay, so you mentioned your 13 satellites that you launched with SpaceX. They're now orbiting the Earth. What are your plans in this area?
So now the good news is that with the SpaceX, the entry level to the space is much lower. Before that, you will have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to have your own constellation. Now you can do that for a much less. And my objective is to build a constellation of satellites. So our critical mass is going to be around 100 satellites, because more satellites you have, more faster and more accurate is going to be the capture of the signal of the object we have. We have 1.6 billion objects already secured by WISeKey semiconductors. And semiconductor is a very hot market now. Every government on earth wants to be sure that do control the semiconductor space, because otherwise you create dependency outside of your country. So we are in the strategic areas that you need to be for the fourth industrial revolution.
All right, wow. Carlos, wonderful to talk with you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You're doing exciting things at WISeKey, and I hope to talk again with you soon. Thanks for joining me.
With great pleasure. Thank you for having me. All the best.